Hello there. So when we're looking at this opinion discussion, we're going to actually look at the United States home front during the Second World War. And the question asks, what was the impact of the United States entering the Second World War on African Americans, women, Japanese Americans, or Hispanic Americans? Just choose one. Just choose one. Okay? Wait a minute, that's not right. Well, hello. So in this opinion discussion, you're being asked, in your opinion, which group of Americans were impacted the most on the home front during World War II? Women, African Americans, Hispanics, Japanese Americans, or Native Americans? Choose one. Just one. Just write about one. So if you're looking at, for women, obviously, you're looking at things like Rosie the Riveter. They took on more responsibilities. Their husbands could have been off the war, so you act like who was Rosie the Riveter? Who is she representing? The demographic of those women, how much, how many of them were married, had children, things of that nature. You could also go into women who are going to be serving in the military, the WACs, the WAVs, and the WASPs. For African Americans, you would want to go into the WWII campaign, which was to fight racism at home and also abroad. And you could also talk about the experience African Americans face by the migration from the South to the North and into those northern cities, because now they're competing for those factory jobs. There's the very important executive order that FDR will issue that you probably would help form your opinion how that's going to impact them getting into the defense industry jobs. And there's also what issues African Americans faced in the military, since they were still segregating them, which they still haven't learned from World War I or the American Civil War. Then for Hispanics, this is probably mostly has to do with Mexicans, the Bezeros program, and how they're brought in as we learned from the Great Depression, a lot of Mexican Americans went back south of the border because no one was hiring them. Now they're being asked to come back to do the traditional jobs of migratory farmers and farm work. There's also what their efforts they did in the military, and of course the famous Zoot Suit riots. And for Japanese Americans, obviously you can't write about the Japanese Americans when you talk about internment camps. Now they're not concentration camps, they're internment camps, and the executive order that placed them there. And they also shown some glory on the battlefield as well, but this is still dealing with the home front, so you're dealing with what happened in the United States. And in Native Americans, jobs that they faced, you might have to go a little bit on how they fought in not only just Europe, but also in the Pacific, where they were used as the Navajo code talkers. So that I would allow if you're going to just pick only Native Americans to write about that separate from the home front. So as before, if you can get your discussion to the assignment tab before 4 p.m. on Thursday, I will critique it and show you how you can improve it. And I look forward this week to your discussion on the home front in World War II and who was affected the most.